Warning, before I go into this video, I'm assuming you're familiar with Titanfall 1's story. Also, please don't get triggered in the comments, it's just a fanfiction theory. With that out the way, let's go. It all started when Hammond Robotics, a global corporation, funded scientists to find other habitable planets for resources and real estate. The scientists succeeded, and a new frontier was born. The scientists used space-time bending technology to get vessels full of people, food, and building supplies over there in a matter of hours. The frontier had steadily developed itself into a sophisticated economic powerhouse with a few billion people calling it home. Over time, the media forgot about the frontier, and Hammond Robotics pulled most of their miners out of the planets and back to Earth. Years later, when Earth's resources were nearly finished, Hammond Robotics, now renamed the Interstellar Manufacturing Corporation, or the IMC for short, went back to the frontier, but instead of recognizing the frontier's independence, they claimed control of every single planet. This made the frontier really mad, but they can't do anything about it since they don't even have a military. The IMC treated the frontier citizens like dogs, leveling entire cities to extract coal, oil, and other resources. The IMC had come with a disciplined robot military of specters and regular soldiers with barely any training called grunts. They kicked citizens out of their houses using brute force and shut down any attempts at protesting. It was when plans to destroy Angel City, the capital of the frontier, were found that leaders of different planets got together and created a small military to fight off the IMC and free the frontier. The militia army of 140,000 grunts marched to Angel City. IMC spies knew of this already, so they marched up 70,000 specters, 50,000 grunts, and 10,000 elite pilots, for a total of 130,000 IMC men on the field, with superior air power as well. The IMC deployed their army in 3 segments: the grunts, the specters, and the pilots at the back. The militia deployed their army in a huge blob, hoping to overwhelm the IMC segment by segment. The militia knew that killing men would damage the IMC more than killing their robots, so a small dispatch of 10,000 men distracted the 70,000 specters, while the brunt of the militia army hammered the grunts. Overwhelmed, the grunts were taking excessive losses and retreated to the hills behind Angel City. The specters were crushing the small number of militia sent to distract them, but the huge blob came tumbling from the rear into the backs of the specters. Outflanked, the specter lines were beginning to thin. It all seemed over for the IMC when the grunts, supported by the pilots, charged in, freeing the specters and distracting the grunts. The pilots tore holes through the grunts, which didn't even stand a chance. Once the Titans started falling, the remnants of the militia army was in full retreat. It was a costly battle for the militia, losing 85,000 men, more than half their force. It was just the same for the IMC, losing 30,000 specters, 40,000 grunts, and 28 pilots, about 70,000 men. The IMC did not want to suffer the same casualties again, so fearful of the frontier army, they took control of Angel City, dividing it into districts instead of using it as a mine. They also built more pilot training camps, which militia spies snuck into, and became the first militia pilots. The militia spies returned and gave this valuable information to the frontier army, which also began producing pilots. And that is the end of part 1. Thanks for watching. I'm trying something new. It's really fun for me to write these out, and I hope it's juicy to watch too. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Become a duckling today. I'll see you guys later. Bye.